Hello, hello, welcome internet. You remember my
Good
dad?
morning, or good afternoon, depending on where you live.
Evening, middle of the freaking night. You remember my dad from the Blackjack's Parents Guess the Smash Roster video. I have here a brand spanking new computer. However, the reason I am not on it is because I cannot get
Oh, it just doesn't work. That's why
I
you
can't get
can't get on
XSplit
it.
Broadcaster to work on it. It keeps every time I try to look at a video, I have to bring it up on the direct URL, or else it just displays a blank screen. It'll give me just where the tab is, and it gives me the URL, but it does not display the actual video. And it has this really weird echoey effect on the sound. So I'm going to give myself another while to figure that out, and I figure this one is okay. It's not great. It's still falling apart. It's still a fire hazard.
Oh,
but
come
at
on.
least,
Let's get on with the show.
Oh, for crying out loud. Okay. I'm giving the people an explanation. Come on. Okay. So, I know nothing about Tracer or Scout. Dad knows nothing about Tracer or Scout. So, I figure why not, huh?
They sound like detective names.
Yeah, they kind of do. Okay, now let us make this a little bigger. And should have made this a little smaller. Yeah, a lot smaller. Okay.
Overwatch versus Team Fortress 2. Screw attack.
Just here.
To be the elite, you must surround yourself with the best of the best. Whether you band together to save the world, or just a worthless plot of land.
And every good team needs a good hit and runner.
Like Tracer, the spunky agent of Overwatch.
And the Scout, the Boston-born merc of Team Fortress. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Ah, it's full CG this. Well, it
30 years from the present, mankind would become careless. Their machine servants rose up to fight for freedom, and so began a worldwide war.
But one organization stood between world peace and total chaos. Overwatch, a team consisting of the world's greatest scientists, cyborgs, ninjas, cowboys, and pilots.
Including Lena Oxton, codenamed Tracer.
They could be.
The youngest pilot ever inducted into Overwatch's flight program, Tracer is a free-spirited and fearless flying ace, always laughing in the face of danger.
After helping to secure world peace, no big deal, right? She was chosen to test a new prototype fighter jet,
which
could teleport.
But then everything went horribly wrong. Instead of teleporting from point A to B, the fighter jet accidentally transported her through time.
How do you accidentally create a time machine and put it in a fighter jet?
A word to the wise, this is why you use animals before moving to human trials, like I always do. Anyway, Tracer essentially existed as a ghost, uncontrollably phasing in and out of time. It looked like Overwatch's prize pilot would be decommissioned forever.
Until her teammate, good friend, and guerrilla scientist Winston made a special techno doohickey to keep her locked in the present.
This chronal accelerator doesn't just anchor Tracer's time displacement,
and I'm talking to the people.
Ways to
This is a reaction video, you gotta react.
In a near instant, she can zoom approximately 23 feet away. This blink ability is not true teleportation, but instead speeds up time only for Tracer while propelling her in any given direction.
What?
She can briefly jump herself forward in time, though from an outside view it looks like a blur.
Got it.
More than that, she can also reverse time for herself with the recall ability, which returns Tracer's health and stamina back to where they were a few seconds before. While usually recall only turns back 3 seconds, in some instances she's gone as far back as 15.
Well, thank God her weapons aren't as confusing as that shit. She carries dual rapid-fire pulse pistols as her primary pain dispensers. Each can empty 20 rounds in a single second.
But what the pulse pistols have in power, they sorely lack in range and accuracy.
Good thing she also has her pulse bombs.
Accuracy
I'll
has
put
to
it
do
this
with
way.
the
Pretty much
person
anybody
using
she
the gun,
sticks this thing to has
not the
exactly
guns
2 seconds to make
themselves.
their piece before going to the big capture point in the sky.
Tracer maximizes her unique weaponry with hit-and-run tactics, frustrating her enemies and making her very difficult to pin down.
Yeah, in addition
She
to
can
blinking
fly.
and recalling all over the place, she can jump 15 feet in the air.
She's disarmed the highly trained and literally cold-blooded assassin Widowmaker, protected the Doomfist gauntlet from theft, and even once avoided a sniper shot from just 30 feet away. A sniper round usually travels almost 1,800 miles per hour when fired, meaning Tracer had to react within 1/100th of a second.
Unfortunately,
That's
that bullet
fast.
found another target. Rest in peace, Robot Gandhi.
Although Tracer is a slippery opponent on the battlefield, her chronal accelerator has its limits. If used too many times in succession, it can overheat, forcing Tracer to wait for a recharge. As her pistols are linked to the accelerator, this can sometimes cause them to overload as well.
Plus, she's a pilot first, and not exactly a crack shot while on foot. If she doesn't get in close, she's not hitting anything but air.
In spite of that, Tracer doesn't let any
She's
of
the
it
better
get her
training.
down. Wherever there's danger,
Better
she'll be
than
there
them.
in a blink of an eye with a cocky smile and a barrage of bullets.
Wait, whatever happened to that time-warping fighter jet?
I don't know.
Don't worry, loves. Cavalry's here.
And she's English.
In the year 1850, an extremely wealthy entrepreneur passed away, leaving his family land and business to his 2 sons. But like brothers are prone to do, they ended up fighting over each other's land right off the bat.
This went on for decades, and then the brothers began recruiting mercenaries to literally wage war. And that's when things really got out of control.
Well,
Each
yeah.
hired gun contributed with their own specialized expertise.
The sniper killed from afar, the engineer slaughtered with machines, and the heavy mowed people down with the biggest goddamn gun they'd ever seen. What kind of sandwiches were they feeding that guy?
But
It's
one
not
every
enough
man
to
only
say
relied on his
1880s.
cunning,
Nope.
2 feet, and a baseball bat. This
Not
was
anymore.
the Scout. Born in Boston, Massachusetts in the 1950s,
Earbud.
the mercenary
He was born in the
known as Scout
1950s,
was the
but
runt
he
among
tended to be on-
7 older brothers.
All I really know about this is
All of
that
them
it takes
love
place
to
on
wander
a
the
sliding
town looking
scale.
for
It
a
started
good fight.
sometime during the
Problem
Cold
was,
War,
Scout's
and they're
brothers
still
were so
fighting.
big and tough, the fights would be
Because
over before he could get the
I
chance
don't know
to
if it's
throw
actually
some
canon
punches.
that they keep
Desperate to
regenerating
fight
every
alongside
time they
his
die,
son,
and the system
Scout
goes on
realized
for
that
that
what he
long.
lacked
Yeah,
in
well, there's
strength
2
could
brothers,
make up
and the
for
2
in
sons
speed.
must be
So he
150
started
years old
running,
now.
and running, and
You
running,
never
until
know.
one
Unless
day
you
he
just
was
start,
fast enough
like,
to not
if,
only keep
if
up,
they would have
but
died in,
get
like,
ahead.
the 1960s
Speed
or
was his
so,
moniker, delivering pain was his game, and somewhere along the way he even learned how to jump off of thin air. Suddenly, the pathetic runt of the pack became the smart-mouth terror of Boston.
Grass grows, birds fly, sun shines, and brother, I hurt people.
The only thing he was lacking was discipline, which he
Yep.
could get in the military, but that didn't sound like any fun, so he became a mercenary instead. Scout travels light, relying on a
I know a
lovely
little about the
shotgun and a
characters in
baseball
this,
bat. Yes,
not
a
really about
baseball
their
bat.
powers.
This guy is crazy enough to try and take out a rocket launcher wielding soldier with
Atomic
a pop
Punch
fly.
contains a minimum
Which
11
surprisingly
pounds of
works.
sugar.
Opponents are stunned by the size of his balls, both literally and figuratively, leaving them open for Scout to race up and finish them off with his guns.
Well, he's got a pistol for pinpoint accuracy. Scout's favorite tools for killing are definitely shotguns. The scattergun is a confusing miracle of shotgun engineering that can somehow hold 6 shots in a double barrel, and is reloaded via divine intervention when you pull its lever. It's like the
All
baby
right
of a
then.
shotgun rifle and a revolver. But his most powerful gun is the force of nature. A shotgun that only has 2 shots, but kicks so hard it can boost him even higher into the air.
Regardless, a well-placed shot can quickly take down almost any other mercenary. To make the force of nature even more ridiculous,
We're
he
never
strapped
gonna
a
be
can of
talking
energy
about this
drink
one.
called Bonk Atomic Punch to it, which somehow
We're
gives
learning
him
about
5 more midair jumps.
That's right. This guy flies with shotguns. But that's not all the soda has to offer. With just a sip of Bonk,
go after
Scout
the
becomes
rivalry range more
totally
than
invincible
that.
for 8 seconds. But he can't use any of his guns at that time.
Probably due to the shakes. Bonk contains several hundred times the daily recommended sugar intake.
Of course.
An adult male's suggested daily dosage is 25 grams, meaning Bonk contains, at minimum, 11 pounds of sugar. So much
that's
sugar
where
he
it says.
can't take another drink for at least 20 seconds. And on top of that, it's radioactive.
Of course!
You gotta have one tough body to handle that stuff. Tough enough to survive the onslaught of 3 rockets at once, or to swing a baseball bat hard enough to send a guy flying 80 feet away.
Possibly due to long-term bonk exposure, but testing is still out.
Scout can defeat foes as strong as the heavy in close quarters combat, run 17 miles an hour for long periods of time, and even kill a bear with nothing but a hot dog suit and Amelia Earhart skeleton. I'm serious.
He has a knack for avoiding bullets, missiles, and even tentacles from a bread monster, but at the cost of wearing little to no armor, making him a glass cannon. And true to his reckless, unrestrained personality, Scout often runs headfirst into battle, regardless of the risk.
But if you want to take down the Scout, you're gonna have to catch him before he catches you. And that means you too, ladies.
That's right, Fancy Pants, myself. So why don't you take your little failure, roll it up sideways, and... Okay, crap, I gotta go. Screw you, though.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
But first, I'm feeling pretty hungry. If only there was some sort of amazing service that set
Okay, well, here, let's turn it down a little and we can talk about...
Well, Tracer can't dance, that's for sure.
Researching characters and making them fight
Well,
to death
yes, this is true.
I don't have time to go to the store and
As
make
far as their powers,
but I also don't want to
I think if you could hit her in that,
sugar addiction.
chest plate, Iron Man thingy,
All of that. For less than
but
$10
she's
a
going to be able to avoid that, but she also has full sight of the person that is doing that at the time. So,
each meal comes easy step by
do you think you can manage to hit her in the accelerator with a baseball bat?
This chicken stir fry only took about 20
Well, she can jump 16 feet, and he can jump
meals free.
a double pump jump of maybe 16 feet, so I expect to see them up in the air.
Well, then he can also do that 5 times jump by firing at the ground.
That's Blue Apron.
Well, that's true, but she can jump ahead in time.
right now. It's
True.
So once she jumps ahead in time, she's going to surprise him.
She's
Right up
also
to his
not
face.
really jumping ahead in time. She's
Oh, yeah.
kind of speeding herself up.
No,
I got the implication.
she can jump 3 seconds, 5 seconds,
Oh, that's
even 15 seconds.
she can rewind her own time,
Yeah.
and she can speed up her own time.
Well, but so that's jumping ahead in time since it's not speeding up the time for Tracer.
I imagine that would be functionally what it's doing, basically. They also said it's not time travel, but I would argue that it's more than time travel.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, technically she doesn't, like, just warp in and out, but she changes the flow of time for herself, and I think that's pretty much the same thing. I mean, it's like in that movie, The Time Machine, she didn't just spontaneously appear, like, what was it, 3 million years in the future, or whatever that was.
I don't know, I never saw it.
Yeah, you did. It was the one in the 1960s. She started off in Victorian England and went forward to this weird future, and it showed him like pushing this lever on his machine, and everything around him went in fast forward, which kind of meant he was the one going in fast forward. I know you saw it. It was years ago, though. I think, what do you think? You just want to see more about that bird, don't you?
Well, let's get on with it.
I think having a bird in your chest would be even weirder. Too weird to me.
What do you say? Should we get on with it?
Yes, we should. Okay. The quality is very good today, so I had to turn it down a little bit. I like it.
Well, he's definitely the aggressor here.
All right, asshole, you're toast. Whoa.
God!
Hey there, hot stuff.
Hello.
Oh, God.
If I told you had a great bod, would you hold it against me?
That's nice. I was just leaving.
Oh, sure thing. Come back anytime. Just put that briefcase back before you go. Thanks.
Sorry, love. Overwatch needs this more than you do.
That's just great.
Pull back just a little bit.
Oh, now he's disarming himself.
Supposedly, this stuff will liquefy your esophagus after just one can, but, you know, it's also very handy when you feel like not getting blown up.
That's not very fair.
Listen, sweetheart. I never play fair.
Did his gun just turn into that?
I think it did.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Is that all?
Oh,
Ah, bollocks.
well, there's your time phases.
Plate. Yeah. It's out of the park. All right, doll. Fun's over.
Not yet, mate.
Well, there's that thing. She can undo damage on herself already? Huh. I don't think they addressed that.
Shit.
Explosive.
Not this time, Yankee.
There we go.
Oh, come on. Give me a...
And it's over.
Well, that was fun.
And he's out!
Scout was fast and tough, but Tracer's unique arsenal and evasiveness pulled her ahead.
Scout's greatest feat was potentially surviving an assault from 3 rockets at once. However, the rocket's point of impact is never directly shown, and since direct hits from rockets regularly obliterate far tougher mercs, it's unreasonable to assume this was any different.
Scout could sprint up to 17 miles an hour for an extended period of time, which is slightly faster than the average human's 15 miles per hour. But Tracer's natural reactive instinct gave her the edge. For example, avoiding that sniper round from 30 feet away means she can react 25 times faster than the vast majority of other human beings.
Which means Tracer could avoid almost anything Scout threw at her. Even when she couldn't, her recall ability not only helped her survive, but effectively ruined any of Scout's elements of surprise.
This allowed Tracer plenty of opportunities to take him out.
And just like that, Scout was gone, without a trace.
The winner is Tracer.
Next time on Death Battle.
Oh, Ken Masters. Sweet.
Hey guys, thanks for watching another episode of Death Battle. I'm Ben, I'm the showrunner, and I play Wiz.
And I'm Nick, and I wrote this episode.
Versus the
And
chicken.
next time we've got Ken from Street Fighter, but who's he gonna be fighting? You can find out by sticking to our social media. That's @ScrewAttack on Twitter and official SA on Facebook. We'll be letting you know his opponent very soon.
That's right, and if you want to see that episode of Death Battle early, or want to see some other Rooster Teeth content before other people get to,
I
you can
hope they
become a
don't
first
have them
member by
against
clicking
clicking the link in the
Sub-Zero, because
description
we just
below.
had Street
And of
Fighter
course,
versus.
if you've got an
Mortal
idea for a
Kombat.
death battle, let us know in the comments below.
Me and Sub-Zero don't have anything in
Thanks, guys.
common.
Alright. And I'm out of here. Give me another kill.
Okay, so thoughts?
Well, it was different. I think we did that once before.
You watched one. You didn't. You watched Green Arrow versus Hawkeye.
Okay.
Okay, well, I think it kind of summed up on that. Like I said, I really didn't know either of the characters. I kind of felt like some of those beats weren't really clearly defined in advance. Same problem I had with the Meta versus Carolina battle, that they didn't really explain a lot. Yeah, although, on a side note, I gotta say about that one, it's funny the amount of people talking about, like, no, that wouldn't happen, that's not fair, etc., etc., when it's the only battle where they've actually had the creators of the character work directly on it, and thus it's, in a way, the most indisputable. Because everything else is just fan fiction. But on Meta versus Carolina. I keep saying Carolina. Everything else is conjecture, but on this one, they had the people who actually write and create the characters deciding on it themselves, and that really made it the most indisputable one. This one, I kind of feel like they didn't get into a whole lot. They didn't, at least, I couldn't really pay attention because Dad was talking during that part, but talking about how when they had Tracer's wounds be healed by going back, I don't recall them covering it. They might have covered it. I don't know. I don't really have much to say about this. I didn't have much to say about Meta versus Carolina without having to tell me Carolina, not Carolina. Ken is going to be interesting. I mean, you saw how excited I was for Cammy last time. Even though, come on, let's see what's going to happen. But, who could he possibly be going against? Maybe someone from Tekken. That would be really interesting. What do you think, Bird? Maybe Jin? I haven't played a whole lot of Tekken. But, what if they have him against Blaze again? I mean, Pokken Tournament is a thing, right? I mean, it's going to be someone else that can be sprite-based, which is the turn for that. It's weird that they would have two Street Fighter characters almost in a row. So, I'm wondering about that. That's going to be really weird. I'm going to get up out. I'm going to see how to fix this thing, get it all working. And, see you back here in a couple of weeks. Hopefully before that.